bridge to the top side or the downside. So make sure you guys don't miss out YouTube link. Just about to go live on YouTube. Oh no, you know they took out the filter I used to use on Instagram. You know the one that shows you what day it is and the time. Oh, they took that out.
Oh,
Oh no, they took.
the
Oh
countdown,
no,
no?
no, no, it's still there, still there, still there, still there. Okay, lovely. They just had some more. Oh yeah, you know, remember I think I was telling you guys some time back on a live stream. I'll tell you guys about a coin that you should buy if you like it. Oh
Which
my
one is that?
gosh, the coin was called Cat Girl. It literally went up like 300%. It was amazing. What amazing return we had.
Did you get in there?
Yeah, 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 yeah. I made crazy profits from it. I was so happy. I'm even holding Shiba from all the time, like literally so far back, from so far back. You know, like with Shiba, the hype just came now. I've been holding it for so long now, so
You've been
long.
holding that for a while, even before the hype
Yeah, yeah,
came.
yeah. Even before the hype came, I
Oh,
haven't cashed out. I'm going to hold it for another year.
you have to give me like a intro.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. There are two coins that you should definitely
Honestly.
look into. Uh, I'll tell you after the live stream. These
Yeah,
two
we'll do
coins you
that.
should
Yeah.
definitely look into. They're very good. Even if you put in like, 100, 200 pounds, the potential is there, right? Okay, anyway, let's start doing our breakdown. Hi guys, how are you? We're good, Sajid. How about you? How about you? How about you? Are you ready for gold? Gold looks great today, as usual. So we're probably gonna see another 100 pips today, as usual. Going into the markets with confidence. That's what we like. Uh, let's just quickly remove everything. We still got like another 26 minutes left before our session starts, so we can do a breakdown as well. I would like to do a breakdown today. So let's quickly just check what's happening on the monthly candle, right? Okay. We do understand what the bigger picture is. Obviously, on the weekly, we do understand what the bigger picture is. But again, why is monthly time frame relevant? Look at the date. It's the start of a new month. So that means it's the start of a new monthly candle. So we need to understand what can monthly candle be doing. At the moment, where are we on the monthly time frame? Okay, so we do understand that usually we do get some sort of rejections from up here, right? Waiting for your video. Hey, that's amazing, that's amazing, that's amazing. Well, you know what? You get a free breakdown today. So make sure now you focus. Don't just be here for signals. Actually focus on the breakdown because this will be very beneficial for you. Okay, so let's quickly just look at the monthly candle, right? Looking to the left, we can actually see we had a rejection from all the way up here, right? With the area that we're starting to tap in now. And how far are we from that area? We're about 75 pips away from it. And then once price kind of like rejected from up there, it closed all the way down here. And we do have a support level around here on the monthly time frame as well. So it seems like price did attempt to come all the way down to the support area, but it didn't come literally to the T, but it was very close to it. So we probably do have some sort of strong area around this weekly time frame. So I want to see what's happening on the weekly time frame at this point as well. Okay, cool. Amazing. So it seems like the previous weekly candle actually came all the way down to this area, and we did a retest of this area. And remember, this candle actually did grab liquidity on the daily time frame as well. Look at that. See, this was your liquidity grab, and then the previous daily candle came all the way back up. So at this point now, we need to keep one thing in our mind, right? This area is very, very strong. So I want to definitely keep this area in our mind because this is also your monthly area as well. If you quickly go back to the monthly time frame, see, price has rejected from here. So you know what, I'll even move it down just a little bit just to make it a little bit more accurate. And I definitely want to keep this area in my mind. Done like, thank you guys, appreciate the likes, honestly, very, very much. So let's just put a call out here, call it monthly resistance, right? So M resistance, monthly resistance, that's what M resistance starts for. MRES stands for monthly resistance. So let's go back to the weekly now again. Okay, looking at the current weekly candle at this point, what is this candle doing? So we've tapped into this area, right, which is a monthly resistance. From here, we're starting to get a little bit of rejections. We can see price has rejected off of here, and then once we rejected from this level, we came all the way down here. So now our job is to see, did we push up first or did we push down first? So obviously if we did push down first, at that point we're gonna most probably see a pullback now, right? But if we pushed up first and then pushed down and now we're coming back up, at that point the probability of us going up can increase. So look at that, we actually did push down first. So we can understand that daily candle yesterday came all the way down, created that bond wick, retesting the support area that we have on the monthly time frame. Previous candle grabbed liquidity, and at this point now we've started to form a support around here. Looking to the left, look at that. Every time price rejects off of here, it comes all the way up to retest this structure. Next one came down to do a pullback, retesting this again, and again formed a resistance all the way up here. And we do understand that this is a very, very strong zone. And if this zone does get respected at this point, now we're coming all the way up to the next resistance level, and the next resistance level is all the way up there. So now in order for us to be bullish on gold, right, we need to understand, do we have a sustainable bottom wick? Because because at the moment we're not going on the weekly time frame, and we're not doing an intense breakdown all the way from top to down, because we have done that recently, right? So we do understand what the bigger picture is. If I show you guys right here, look at that. This is the bigger picture. We understand that we are in a massive uptrend at the moment. Price tried breaking down numerous times over here, right? This is below this area is where you have the structure on the weekly time frame. So until we actually break this structure, we haven't violated the upper higher time frame uptrend structure, if that makes sense, right? And then at this point we understand that price is within this range on the weekly time frame. This is the top side of the range we have over here. This is the mid side of the range at this point now, and then that's all the way downside of the range, right? So now we need to understand we are quite bullish on gold still, because we haven't tapped the top side of the range just yet. So if you look at the top side of the range, where is it? Is all the way up here, right? All the way up here. And so we previously did grab a lot of liquidity as well, so that's really amazing. So at this point, honestly, what I want to see is if price can start forming some sort of nice bottom wick, and then after that we can take it all the way back up. So how big is this current daily candle? So it's only moved about 82 pips as well, so that's amazing for us, because we do understand that gold can move about 200 pips in one direction. So we can most definitely cash in on like another 100 pip move today if we have patience, and if our analyses are on point. So quite bullish on gold now. So let's quickly look at what the daily candles are doing, right? Okay, so the previous daily candle over here is the candle that grabbed liquidity. So we know this is the liquidity grab this candle. Okay, so this is our liquidity grab candle, and this one came all the way down to retest the next structure as well. So we understand that this also retested this structure, and then afterwards, my bad, not that structure, we have another structure up here. I know, yeah, right there. See that we have a structure right there. So we retested that structure, and at that point, guess what's happened? Price rejected all the way back up. And where did we close? Look at that. This was a massive rejection, right? And we closed all the way up here, right? And we understand that this zone is very strong. Usually we do reject off of this zone, so we understand this is one of our key areas, right? So price is actually closing above this, and then the next candle kind of like attempted to go down again, but look what the price has done at this point now. So we failed to retest the lows of the previous candle. So that's what's happened, right? We failed to retest the lows of the previous candle. Look at that. This level is still holding. So we understand that at this point now, this level is still holding. And on gold, we are quite bullish. And does this look like sustainable price action? Most definitely. Most definitely, this looks like sustainable price action. Look at that. We understand in order for price action to be sustainable, it needs to go up, it needs to come down, it needs to go up, it needs to come down, it needs to go up, it needs to come down. And guess what? It needs to go back up again, right? In order for this to continue all the way to the top side of the range, basically, which is all the way up here, right? So now in order for us to execute on buys, we need to understand what's happening on lower time frames. So even the time frames lower than daily time frame. So we can go down all the way to the 4-hour time frame. Look at this now at this point. Look at this. Look how beautiful this is. So you had a very nice push up, obviously from this level, which we understand happened yesterday. At this point, what's happened is the 4-hour has come down, breaking all the lows at this point now, and is coming all the way back up. So now our job as traders is to understand, okay, at this point now we've violated the structure. Is this gold kind of like trapping all the retail traders and grabbing liquidity? Is that why gold is breaking this? Or is gold actually quite bearish now and it's just coming all the way back up to do some sort of pullback? That's kind of what we are trying to figure out. So this can turn into your pullback area potentially, right? Because this is your support on the 4-hour if we just mark it. So this is our 4-hour support area. If we go down all the way to the 30-minute time frame, let's see if we can see some sort of structure. Okay, cool. There we go. So price is actually coming all the way back up to tap this area, and we can see we've had numerous rejections from this area. Looking at this area, numerous rejections. So at this point now, what business does this candle have faking the previous candle out? In my opinion, it's because we are very bullish on gold. At this point, we have a sustainable bottom wick, and gold needs to push all the way back up to the resistance level, right? Because as I said, looking at the weekly candle, even though it's got an upper wick, you gotta understand what happened before. Was the upper wick created first, or was the bottom wick created first? If we go back to the daily time frame, we understand that the upper wick was created first, right? And then at that point we formed a bottom wick, and pretty much we formed another upper wick, and we have another bottom wick. So at this point now, this could have been your double top as well, because the upper wick was formed before the bottom wick. So at this point, this can even become your double top. But again, is this really strong though? Let's just see what price has done over here. So at this point now, the current daily candle has broken the highs of the previous candle. It's formed a very nice bottom wick. And in order for this to be a nice bottom wick, you need to understand it needs to reject off of some sort of like rejection area, right? So look to your left, look, one rejection, second rejection, third rejection. See this, right? This is a strong area. Price is rejected off of this area once, twice, 3 times, and there's another rejection just below this area as well. And then at this point, you guys go understand this is your daily time frame, so the rejections are very strong. So at this point now, if we look to the left, where can we aim for? If we have some sort of target for the daily, guess what? All the way up here, because this is your monthly resistance. And how far is that from the current price action? It's literally about 37 pips. And if we do start clearing this, what's the next target? Looking to the left, the next target will be the next resistance level, right? And that's all the way up here, because I'm trying to see where we get some rejections from. So after this rejection, we have clean traffic all the way up to this level, at least up to this level, and we understand the price can move about 100 pips again to the top side, because it usually does move about 200 pips, and that's another 40 pips. So we can easily come up to this level, and then from there potentially start rejecting, or whatever price wants to do. So now guys, I'm very interested in buys. Let's go back to the same structure. Look at that, 30 minutes starting to engulf everything to the left. Pretty much you're getting everything engulfed to the left. What business does price have doing that after breaking all laws? Well, the only business I understand, why I understand price does that, is to trap a lot of retail traders, kind of like grabs liquidity, right? Even look at your 4 hour, it most probably done a retest of something. Look at that, retested this structure right here. See that, right? You got your retest, liquidity has been grabbed at this point now. This is a rocket ship. This is what we call a rocket ship. It's gonna fly all the way up. And even looking at the 4 hour, right, you have clean traffic all the way at least up to 98. That's when you usually start to reject from. So I'm really interested in those buys today. Our session does start in another couple minutes. What I would like to see is if we can get some sort of close above the resistance levels that we have, right? So we have this resistance level here, first resistance level, second resistance level, and then we have numerous resistance levels up here as well. Let's see if we can just mark these resistance levels here. Look, it's very simple, right? If we want to execute on gold, we need to see some sort of break above the resistance, and then at that point we want to see a rejection and a pullback, right? But again, where do we usually start our uptrend from? If we quickly go to the 30-minute time frame, where do we start pushing up from? So we pushed up all the way from up here. We pushed up again from up here. Look at that. This is the second time we're pushing up from here, kind of like forming a double bottom, right? And this candle here, why did it push all the way down? Because this was your liquidity candle. So if we can just quickly mark this. Yeah, you know what? Let's just use this. Look at that. From here, we started to form a leg up, and at this point, we broke all the higher highs and higher lows. You guys see that, right? Again, this was your liquidity candle at this point now, retesting this structure all the way down here, grabbing liquidity, and look at the next candle. It was a rocket ship engulfing everything to the left. At this point now, in order for us to execute on buys, what do we have to do? We have to wait for some sort of pullback, right? Because the range to the top side is only about 28 pips, and this candle is pretty much 60 pips. So stop loss does not make sense if we execute on this candle. So this is where we're looking for certain areas, right? So right now, the only area that I do see where I would like to cash in from is this area all the way down here, which is your 4-hour support. So now if we can tap into this area at this point now, kind of like forming some sort of, look how many wicks there are as well. So if we can tap into this area at this point now, kind of like start dropping all the way down, at that point if we can see some sort of rejections from this area, massive engulfing bullish candles when our session starts, that's what I'll be like, that's what I'll like to execute on. Basically that's what I'm interested in, because for us to kind of like buy gold just here is very, very high. It's very high. Even though we do understand there is potential to the top side, this range is very, very brutal. If you just understand how many times price tried breaking out of this range. So this was our first attempt now. Guess what? Price failed. Couldn't break. Second attempt. Couldn't break. Oh, what's happening here? Couldn't break, right? Another attempt down there, but we're just gonna keep the attempts that kind of like broke out of this zone. Look, we've had a lot of attempts to kind of like break out of this zone. So we do understand that this is a very, very strong zone, and it's been holding. It's been holding since yesterday actually. So these were the highs that we actually created yesterday. So we haven't actually formed new highs. You guys can understand. That's very good for us, because before our session has started, we have formed a bottom wick, right? And at this point, we can form new highs for the current daily candle. So that's amazing for us, most definitely. But again, where do we want to catch our trades from? Do we really want to catch our trades from up here? It becomes a bit tricky. In order for me to kind of execute on a buy position, I want to see those pullbacks. So let's go down to lower time frames again. Let's look to the left. Okay, we can see that we have started a very nice uptrend from here. So same level is the 4 hour support area that we have. If we can potentially come all the way down to this area and then from here start to form that next leg back up, I'll be really, really interested. Otherwise, we'll have to wait. And in my opinion, I'll really let this go, because what can happen is if we do catch it from up here, it might just grab liquidity and massive drop down to 4 hour support, and then from there start to form higher highs and higher lows. But I am quite bullish on gold. We're going to keep it very simple. We're going to wait for those pullbacks. Look at that, starting to reject again at this point now. That's all we are waiting for. We're going to wait for the pullbacks, and then from here I'm taking gold all the way to the top side. As soon as we start clearing this area, we'll come in all the way to at least 98, and then after 98 we understand we've got another 40 pips to the top side, right? 25 pips, and then we got a clean range actually. Clean range. But you want to obviously be careful around these areas, because you can see numerous rejections around these areas, right? So that's why we want to be super careful. That's the thing. But other than that, honestly, everything looks good. Everything looks very good. Look at the 30 minutes at this point now. It's engulfed pretty much everything. What it's doing now is some sort of pullback on the lower time frames, right? So this is exactly what we need to see, but when our session starts, because when our session starts, we need to form that bottom wick anyway, right? So I want to see something like this when our session opens, which is in another 9 minutes, some sort of pullback all the way down to this area. And we got to understand, where did the buyers take control from? Buyers took control from just this area, forming a double bottom right here. Look at that. And then very massive move all the way to the top side. And then again, buyers took control right here. And this is literally right below the 4 hour support. This is the 4 hour support area, right? So if you can get some sort of nice bias from this area, because you understand, right? Why would I not want to cash in on bias from here? Price needs to open, come down with volatility, create a bottom wick. After that, if we can see a nice candle printing to the top side, we can take it all the way up. I'm gonna get my magic keys ready though. Ready to execute. Okay. How much risk are you going in with today, Ange? 1% or less than 1%?
I'm gonna go with 1 today.
Nice.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't think you'll let me go in with 1, so I'll probably go in with 0.9. Hopefully it lets me go in with 0.9 though.
Yeah, I have to do that. Like, if it rejects me, I have to.
Yeah.
0.8, 0.7.
Input risk, right?
That's right.
Yeah. Okay, amazing.
That's what we gotta do with our
Most
cute
definitely.
languages.
But yeah, honestly, there is a lot of room to the top side as well as the downside. But in order for us to now execute on sales, right? You gotta understand you got to understand, where did we start the uptrend from? You have to see, right? The uptrend was started from here, and then the next leg down was all the way here. So until we actually break this leg over here, we are technically still within the uptrend, right? But we have been within this consolidation. And usually what happens is, when you are in a consolidation, guess what happens? Price will go to the top side of the range, and it'll come all the way back to the downside of the range, and then it will keep on doing that, yeah, until it wants to break out of the range. So this one, look, it literally tapped the resistance on the 30 minutes, and it's starting to reject once again after kind of like engulfing everything to the left. But again, until the candle is closed, this can just be a very nice pullback. If you see a nice engulfing bullish candle printing out now, this is a very, very nice pullback, literally to the 4-hour support area that we were expecting, right? So this is what we're looking to see now. Are we going to still hold, kind of like form another double bottom here? Honestly, if we can open up here, Ange, and then when our session opens, see a nice engulfing bullish candle. Remember, we back tested this. This is where I wanna cash in on those buys from.
Yeah.
Keep something like this, take it all the way to the top side. This is gonna fly, man. Oh, I'm actually tempted to take a position here. For real.
It's doing it right now, and
yeah, this is our setup that we were waiting for. This is our setup, man. This is our setup. Stop being silly, gold. Give this to us when our session opens. Yeah, give it back.
Down again.
Come again. Let's go. What's happening, everyone? What's happening, my people? Welcome everyone on the YouTube live stream. We have not taken any trades just yet. We're still waiting for our session to open. Our session opens in another 6 minutes. That's when we're looking to start executing on setups. So let's see how it goes. Gold looks amazing today. We just have to wait and see. At this point, look, until we start to violate these legs that we have created, we are still within the uptrend. We've engulfed everything to the left. At this point, we are tapping this resistance area, and then we are getting those, heavy rejections. So what are we waiting for at this point? We're waiting for our session to open. The volatility kicks in, kind of like form a double bottom around this area where we got the first leg up from was, and then from here kind of form a support above this support and take it all the way back up. That's what we are looking for. Let's see if it plays out. Because look, you need to understand, it needs to pull back after your 30-minute candle pretty much just engulfed the whole structure to the left. Look at this candle. It was such a rocket ship. Look at this candle. So now at this point, after forming those new higher highs, it needs to exhaust a little bit, right? But it should not break the lows that it has created. So the 30-minute lows are all the way down there. It can retest them, but honestly, it should respect these lows at this point now, and it should really start forming higher highs from this point on again. Look at that. Ooh. And if we can open here, honestly, I don't know, this looks really good. If we can open here, kind of like take it all the way back up, I'm very tempted, honestly. Very tempted. Let's just make sure magic keys are working though, because I have a feeling it will just fly either to the top side or the downside. Okay, magic keys are working now. Lovely stuff.
We have 4 minutes to go.
We have another 4 minutes to go. Exactly. Oh, and I think this might be our setup. Remember the one we back tested? I've noticed it so many times. Usually what it does is it makes a support literally where you formed a previous support. It'll make it'll literally open right above the support, and you'll see a massive engulfing bullish candle. If I see that, I'm executing, because I've seen this like a million times. Honestly, I'm gonna execute on this setup right here. Guys, we're about to take a trade in front of you guys with 100% transparency. We're going to show you our MetaTrader 5 as well. Make sure you show some love back, and you drop a like on the YouTube live stream. That helps us a lot, and that keeps us motivated to come live every single day and give you guys this content for free, right? Just got my 100k my Forex fund challenge. Amazing. Good luck with it. One thing, make sure you are very disciplined. Discipline is the key when it comes to these challenges. So this is kind of what I'm expecting this to be, the pullback area, right? Looking to the left, this area always gives you those massive rejections. See this, right? So something like this is very much expected. But now as soon as we see a nice engulfing bullish candle, I'm taking this all the way to the top side, this bad boy. What I'll do is I'll chop down my risk a little bit though, just to 0.7%, and kind of like go in with another position after this one works out, just to be on the safer side. because I'm looking to literally execute as soon as we get the open. So 0.7% risk. And there we go. Ready to go, ready to go, ready to go. Okay, open calc. Amazing. Okay, let's see how this opens now. Got another 3 minutes left at this point. So as soon as we get that open, I want to see some sort of a pullback, kind of like retest this structure. I really want price to hold this area right here, to be completely honest. Let me even change the color of this. I'll change it to white. Kind of like retest this and form a nice double bottom here, and then a nice engulfing bullish candle taking us all the way back to the top side of the range. And best thing about this setup is, as soon as we get something like that, our 1-to-1s are going to get hit. And if luckily we do break out of the range and it doesn't want to pull back anymore, because obviously we've had the pullback now, we're gonna see a very nice move, at least to 98 before anything else. So something like this, we could definitely see like 50-60 pips as soon as we get the open. It depends if the volatility is there. But honestly, for sells, I would want to see all of this structure to the left gets cleared, and then some sort of pullbacks, and then take it down for the sells. Until then, I'm really just focused on a buy position, because this pretty much just becomes your pullback, right? Which you are expecting, because the previous 30-minute candle was so explosive, so explosive. Okay, we got another minute left, and that's when our session starts. Waiting for open of what? 30-minute to NY open? Yes, we don't trade NY open. We start trading half an hour after NY open, because usually what NY open does is it grabs a lot of liquidity in the market. It kind of like traps a lot of retail traders. So we don't trade this candle, we let it do whatever it wants to do. And then now in the next minute, that's when our session starts. So until then, we haven't taken any trades. So we'll be taking all the trades with you guys. So that's why drop a like. Drop a like. And there we go. This is our open approaching now. So we want to see a nice bottom wick on the 30-minute candle at this point. Let's quickly look at the 30-minute time frame. I'm keeping 1 minute on my MetaTrader 5. Okay, there we go. I want to see a nice bottom wick at this point now. Retest, kind of like form a double bottom over here. Come down a little bit more. If you can come down a little bit more, massive rejection to the top side, and take it all the way back up. A nice engulfing bullish candle over here. I'll be a happy man, honestly. Very happy man. Okay, cool. I've seen this a million times. As soon as we get that open, we get the explosive move to the top side. If it starts exploding to the top side, I'm gonna execute, honestly. I'll keep the stop a little bit bigger, just below this structure, right? Just to be on the safer side. But as soon as I see this start to engulf everything to the left, I'm gonna execute on this position to the top side. I've seen this play out a million times actually. I've seen this so many times. I have a lot of confidence in this setup. I just want to see a nice engulfing bullish candle now, and let's take it back up. Honestly, I have so much confidence that I don't even want to wait for that confirmation. I just want to take this buy position now. I'm playing, guys. Always wait for those confirmations. Always wait for those confirmations. Okay, I'm looking to execute on a buy position here, but just my first position right now, and I'm going to execute my second position once I get a bit more confirmation, because right now I'm going in with low risk, and it's a little bit choppy at the moment. But I've seen this setup play out so many times, so I'm just believing, and I'm going to trust this setup works out again, because I've seen it play out many times. It's as simple as that. But again, I've not gone in with even 1% risk, because I haven't seen a very good confirmation just yet. But I will like to add some more risk once I see a bit more confirmation. Ooh, there we go. You want to see this start to violate all the highs at this point. Now look, what business does it have breaking these highs, right? This can either become that rejection area, but if we start to clear this with momentum, we're coming all the way back up. But if this potentially becomes that rejection area, you're coming all the way back to retest these lows over here, right? So if you can retest these lows and see a massive engulfing bullish candle, I'll be really happy. Really happy, so I can add some risk onto the table. And as soon as we start to clear this, we're going all the way up. Because look, where did the sellers take control? Sellers took control over here. So if we can close above this, that's more confirmation to our side, right? As soon as we got the open, we have the upper wick at this point now as well, and we have the bottom wick. So I really want to see what happens. Really want to see what happens, because I want to add a position to this. I want to wait for a bit of a confirmation, a little bit more confirmation, and then up my risk to just a little bit more than 1%. That's what I'm looking to do. Right now, I would really like to see a bottom wick being formed just below this structure. So literally just below like 1790, if you can form it, just below this. Yeah, pretty much where this resistance level is 1790305. Yeah, that would be lovely, honestly. That would be really nice. Come on, Goldilocks. Come on, let's form this double top here. I mean double bottom here, so I can take that position. If we do start to clear this, I'm going to take out this position because there is a tiny position. I'm going to manage risk, right? If we do start to clear this, and then I'll add my original position back on. That's the best thing about taking dynamic risk position. You can take a tiny position, and if it doesn't work out, you can take it out. But if we form a double top here, double bottom here, a nice engulfing bullish candle now, I'm taking another position, honestly. I have a lot of confidence at that point. Oh, this is looking nice now. You want to see this engulf everything to the left at this point. Literally just a rocket ship all the way to the moon. All the way to the moon. Can we see that? Can we see that? At this point, look. This will either become a pullback candle or it will engulf everything to the left. As soon as it engulfs everything to the left, this becomes a very nice stop loss, right? So let's see how it works out. Just got to let it do its thing now. Kind of like forming a double bottom here at this point now. Half the bottom wick, half the upper wick, right? So what business does price have breaking that upper wick? As soon as we break the upper wick, we're going all the way back up. Until then, you want to see if this candle becomes the pullback candle or this becomes a rejection candle. Look at this massive rejection from the downside, right? Massive rejection. So at the moment, buying momentum. Previous candle had buying momentum, right? Not selling momentum. So let's see what the current candle does. So if it breaks the highs at this point now, guess what? There is still buying momentum. If it breaks the lows, I'll take out this position to be on the safer side, right? And I'll add some risk back on. So let's see what happens. Okay, I'm going to take out this position right now. It was a tiny position, very impulsive entry, but that's why I went in with really low risk, because I've seen this setup play out many times. But now I'm going to wait for the confirmations and I'm going to add my proper risk back on. And that'll be obviously after we see some sort of nice confirmations. But right now, I'm not looking for any sort of sells whatsoever. Not yet. This is pretty much just your pullback, right? Now you need to understand where did we start to really create the uptrend from? It was all the way here, right? This is where your bias took control from. And then you have a very strong zone that you're approaching as well. At this point now, I'm going to up my risk a little bit as well, because I did lower down my risk because I was taking a little bit of an impulsive entry. But yeah, let's see if we can take another nice entry. And this one, I'm going to let it run for at least 1 to 2 RTR. Let's see. Okay, now you gotta understand what's happening on gold. As soon as we open, the momentum was to the downside, right? But again, let's go to the 30 minutes time frame. At this point, we're starting to break the lows of the previous 30-minute candle here as well. This is where when you got those massive rejections from, right? So at this point now, if this doesn't turn into that turning point sort of area, you gotta understand where did you actually start the 30-minute candle from? It was all the way down there. Even though the 30-minute made a bottom wick to this level, but it actually started all the way from down here. So if we start to break this now, and we start to, you know, violate this at this point now, I'm just waiting for those pullbacks to potentially take it all the way down. If we start pretty much breaking below this area, which is 1787, yeah. But this is where you should get those massive candles to the top side. Massive candles to the top side. Yeah, there you go. Something like this. We want to see a nice close first though, because this is a very strong area. The rejections can be very strong as well. So yeah, let's see. At this point, this is the question we're asking. Are we going to respect this area or going to violate this? In order to, if we do start breaking below this and we get a nice close engulfing this area, at that point you're waiting for the pullbacks to take it down. But if this becomes a very strong rejection area, you see a lot of buying momentum kicks in here. At that point, I'm taking it back up. All the way back up. Okay, what did this candle do at this point now? Retest, rejection, pullback. This one's starting to break lows. Let's see if this candle pushes down or is it going to start engulfing everything to the left. This was our first rejection. Let's see what the current candle does at this point now. Did you take trade, bro? Not a main trade, just took a little baby position up there. Just it was a dynamic risk position. The main trade was still waiting. I have no trades running. Look at my MetaTrader 5. Zero trades running at the moment. Looking to take a trade here though, I can't lie to you. Let's see how it plays out first. I want to see a nice close from here. Make sure magic keys is ready to go. So look, where did sellers take control from? We actually did a pullback all the way to this area. From here we started to push down. So now if we can get a nice close above this wick, nice close above this wick, and then some sort of retest, I think it will be good to go down. But until then, I'm being super careful right now. Super careful, because this candle hasn't even engulfed anything just yet, right? So you want to be super careful. This can just start breaking those lows again. But at this point now, if you do start breaking those lows again as well, this becomes a pullback, right? And the momentum is to the downside. So either way, we can take it now at this point. That's the best thing about 1 minute time frame. But again, I kind of do want to be super careful. I would not take it down just yet. I would want to see a nice close below at least 87. And then from 87, I'll be interested in taking it down. Yeah, honestly, it becomes a bit tricky. 87 is a strong zone. Very strong zone. But look at that. Once we do start turning 87 into some sort of a resistance area, we're coming all the way down. But that's what I want to see, right? I want to see 87 gets turned into a resistance area. Until then, I'm just waiting for those pullbacks to take it all the way back up, pretty much. That's the game plan for me. If you get a nice close above this, at that point, guess what? This was the last area where sellers were in control. We done a retest, have that pullback now. I'll take it up from here if we start breaking this area, honestly, with momentum. Can we break it with the momentum though? With the momentum. Because it is kind of like my second trade now, I'm going to wait for a nice engulfing close first in order to enter. I want to be super careful. I don't want to jump into it. First entry was impulsive because it was low risk. This one, again, I'm not going in with high risk, but still, I want to be super careful now. It's the second trade. Let's see how the next candle opens, honestly. Okay, I'm looking to execute here, guys. Let's see how the next candle opens as well. I'm executing here to the top side. Come on. Let's see how you want to open now. This candle, if it closes nice now, above this area, we should be good to go. Okay, we actually closed above this area. At this point, if it's... Okay, I'm in this trade, guys. I'm in this trade. It looks really good at this point now. It looks good to go up. Securing about 90% at 1-1 at this point now. Okay, now, one thing we do want to understand. In order for us to kind of like scale in on this, I want to see another nice pullback down to this area. Because this is your 4-hour. This is a very strong area. So something like this is very strong, right? Look, where did the sellers take control? We did a pullback all the way to this area. At this point now, we broke out of this area. This candle is breaking the highs. So if you see a nice engulfing candle at this point now, you do want to see a retest of this area and price start to come all the way back down again, kind of like forming some sort of double bomb up here. But look at this, you're forming a support above a support. Everything's good. Everything is telling us that we are bullish as hell right now. So the only thing I want to do now is if we can start forming a support above this area, I'm looking to take it back up again. But I want to enter again with another position, but I want to see more confirmations now because I'm going to chop my risk down a little bit today. I'm not looking to take one massive candle position. I want to see something like this. Let me show you. Some sort of support being formed here. Position here. Stop loss obviously below the structure. It has to be below the structure, right? And then at that point, I'm aiming for the daily highs. Daily highs should be good, honestly. Aiming all the way to the top side because you gotta understand we was in a consolidation first. Obviously, you have to aim for the top side of the resistance, which is also daily highs as well. Pretty much like 40 pips. But let's see what happens over here. Let's see what happens over here. At this point now, again, we understand that this is some sort of resistance area. Price literally comes down to this area. If we turn this area into a support area and get a nice engulfing bullish candle closing, oh man, I'm taking another position, honestly. But I want to see a nice support being formed above this area. Usually this is where you see a lot of buying momentum kicks in. So that's why it's a very strong zone. Sellers can take control over here as well. So you want to be extra careful. But now if you see a nice engulfing bullish candle closing above this, I would want to see a support being formed above this as well, not just a candle. If you can see a nice support being formed above this, I'll be a happy man to take this all the way to the top side. Until then, gonna sit on my hands. Got one tiny position running here though. Chopping my risk down today, not going in with any sort of massive positions. Because I've taken one tiny position, got stopped out. So at this point, it doesn't make sense for me to go in with very high risk position, right? So I want to chop my risk down, secure some profits, and then start playing with profits. if that makes sense. But this looks really good so far. We got the rejection we expected. Very nice candle. This is previously where sellers took control from. At this point now, we broke out of it, closed above it. Very strong momentum to the top side. Obviously from here, you're expecting those pullbacks. But again, pullback should be down to potentially this area, which it is now. So if you see a nice engulfing bullish candle printing up, breaking to the top side, we're going all the way to this top side, all the way. I do want to take another position though, I'll be honest. One more position. If we can get a nice close above this area, start to form a support here, I want to take another position. Kind of like above this area would be really, really nice. Really, really nice. So I'm in this position right now, but I want to double my risk on this position, but I want to see a support being formed above here because this area is so strong. If we retest this and turn this into a support, we're going to see explosive candle pushing all the way to the top side, all the way to the top side. So let's see how this plays out. But I really do like this setup, I can't lie to you. Where did sellers take control from now? Very recently, we took control from here. Can we see a nice close above this area? Or are we going to form a double top here? Let's see what happens. Let's ask these questions. Can we see a nice close above this? That's a very nice confirmation. If you see a nice close above this, ooh, look at this. Look at this candle, guys. What a rocket shape. Wow. What a beautiful candle. Look at this candle. Rocket shape. Now you want this to retest this structure, start breaking these highs. Ooh, this is a rocket shape, guys. Wow, wow, wow. Let's see if we can start. Wow, look at this closing right above this. That's another confirmation to the top side. Very nice, very nice. Look at this. Look at this. I think we're gonna see a nice candle soon. Very nice candle. Like it's gonna fly straight up. But obviously, guys, if you do trade like us, first aim is to aim for 1-to-1. Obviously, you understand how that works. Secure profits at 1-to-1, make it break even, and then we're gonna let the rest of the runner do some damage. So yeah, at this point now, honestly, I do want to see some pullbacks to scale in. Until then, I'm not really scaling in. I'm just going to let this one position do its thing. You guys can see this is my MetaTrader 5. I'm up about 14 pips. My partial TP is up there. As soon as it taps like 1792, I'll make it risk-free. Until then, look, we need to start marking out the rejection areas. Where can we reject from? We can reject from this area. So if I see a pullback from this area, am I going to be concerned? No. But once we start clearing out all the pullback areas, so this is the second pullback area. If we start clearing out 1792, at that point I'm going to make it risk-free. Until then, I'm just going to let it do its thing, right? Because I do understand it can pull back from there. But we're up 14 pips right now. Amazing. I'll make it risk-free as soon as we start clearing 179235 because that's the last potential pullback. Oh, look at this. Stop loss at entry now. Wow, look at this beauty, guys. Straight to the TP. Wow, it's a risk-free trade at this point now. Risk-free trade at this point now. Wow, look at this explosive beast, guys. We're up about 20 pips at the moment. So if you guys caught this trade with us, make sure you drop a like on the live stream. Free money. Wow, look at this beast. Look at this beast at this point, guys. Wow. At this point, look, it doesn't make sense for me to still keep risk on the table because I was very close to my TP. So I'd rather let this either go to my TP or let it stop me at break even. But let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Very nice candle. Very nice candle. And that's going straight to the TP.
Let's go to the TP.
That's going straight to the TP.
Let's
and
go.
That's the TP about to get hit.
Let's go.
And that's the TP hit, guys. That's a winning trade. More than 20 pips up. Amazing trade. If you guys took this trade with us, make sure you drop a like on the YouTube live stream.
Thank you.
Free money. Amazing trade. And yeah, that's it, guys. Amazing trade. Amazing trade. Look at this. What a beautiful trade this was. Make sure you guys drop a W on the YouTube live stream if you took this. Drop a W, guys. Drop a W. Let's get the YouTube live stream active. We're going to take another setup. If you guys want to take that with us, make sure you drop a W on the YouTube live stream. All of you guys start spamming W. Go on. I'm going to make a video. Start spamming W. I'm going to make a video for my Insta and then we're going to take another trade. Let's start spamming that.
Yeah.
So guys, we took one trade, it went straight to the TP. YouTube live stream is so happy. Look at everyone screaming W. Amazing trade. Make sure you guys join us on YouTube every single day, Monday to Friday. Free trades, come make some money with us. Look at this beauty. Wow.
Risk-free.
Risk-free. YouTube live stream is so happy. Look at everyone screaming W. Amazing trade. Make sure you guys join us on YouTube every single day, Monday to Friday. Free trades. Wow. Make sure you guys drop a like on the YouTube live stream as well. We're gonna take one more setup, guys. One more setup.
One
But look,
more.
let's be logical, right? Trading is all about being logical. At this point now, you want to see a nice pullback, because let me show you my trading view again. This position, we're gonna let this run all the way to the top side of the resistance at least, right? So look, if this resistance starts breaking to the top side, I'm gonna make secure more money, right? But I do want to take another trade, and you guys can take that trade with us as well. But let me quickly go back to my trading view so we can be more logical, and I can tell you what I am looking for. Because guys, that's the power of trading the 1 minute. It is so, like every single minute you're getting more information, right? Let's say if you was to trade 30 minutes, you'll get information after every 30-minute candle closes. If you was to trade 4 hour, you get information after every 4 hour candle. We get information every single minute. So it's very intense, but the probability of us winning is very high as well. Look at that, it went straight past our TP. At this point now, this should be a risk-free trade. So let's do some investigation again. Okay, where was the last area where it's bias to control from? So this was the most previous area. This is where bias to control from, right? So if we can come all the way down to this area again, form some sort of support literally above this area where sellers to control. So you need to understand this becomes our range at this point, right? Look at that. This was where sellers to control, and this was where the buyers to control. So at this point, you want the sellers to take it back all the way to where the buyers to control from, which was this area. Look at that. I told you, right? If we close above this, do a retest of this, I'm taking it all the way back up, and it was an explosive candle. It was such a beautiful candle, right? And so guys, we're looking for something very similar. You want to see some sort of a pullback now, because you got to understand the new 4-hour candle is approaching in the next 11 minutes as well. So if you get some sort of a nice pullback, kind of like forming a double bottom over here with the new 4-hour open, we're gonna break out of this resistance. Let me show you guys. We're gonna literally break out of this resistance here, and look at the range to the top side. From all the way from here, it is about 61 pips and then about 88 pips. And if we start clearing that, look how much range we have, about 140 pips. And if you understand how the daily candle moves, it hasn't even moved about 200 pips. Altogether, the daily candle has only moved about 100 pips. Look at this. And we understand the daily candle usually moves about 200 pips. So I'm very, very excited. We haven't even moved about 100 pips altogether. So we can get a very, very nice move again. And I'm going to look to capitalize on this, but we want to be logical thinkers. We want to think logically. We want to wait for those pullbacks. We don't want to rush into anything. Once we get those pullbacks, see a nice confirmation, we're going to take it back up again. This trade should be running risk-free for every single one of you. Yo, DS, send link, bro. Yo, Garcia, the link is, I'll send you the link on WhatsApp, my guy. Check your WhatsApp. But yeah, guys, I'm so glad everyone took this trade with us. This should be running in profits. As I said, like if you do trade the way we trade, you should have secured your 1-to-1s over here, guys. The 1-to-1s should have been secured over here. At this point now, this should be a risk-free trade. Your partial position should be running. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So if I show you my MetaTrader 5 right now, look at this, right? At this point now, I have a runner running. This is a runner. You call this a partial position. You secure 90% of your position, 80% of your position, how much ever you want to secure, and the rest of this position, you let it do some damage. Potentially, we're going to let this run all the way up to our next key area, which is all the way to 1798. And look at the potential. We're going to aim for 75 pips on this runner. And this is not the only position we're going to have running. We're going to scale in with another position. We're going to be logical thinkers, and we're not going to think with emotions. We're going to wait for price to come down. And you never want to chase price. You want price to come down to your level. So as soon as it comes down here, I'm executing another buy position with a lot of confidence, just like I executed here, and our TP got smashed like this. Make sure you guys drop a like on the YouTube live stream. Another setup is coming, and we are all about transparency. We show you our MetaTrader 5 as soon as we take our trade. You guys can see this. Still running about 15 pips. My position is right there. It's at break even. Honestly, not many people do this on live markets. They don't show you the MetaTrader 5. They just show you TradingView, right? Because anyone can hide behind TradingView. So we're all about transparency. Drop a like on the YouTube live stream, and yeah, let's see if we can capitalize on another buy position here. And look at this now. At this point now, if we can start forming a support area above this, kind of like engulf everything. Again now, let's look at the point where sellers to control. Look at this now. Sellers to control here at this point now, right? So this kind of becomes your range for the sellers to play within at this point. So if we want to execute on a buy position, we want to execute from the downside of the range, right? Because look at this. This kind of becomes your range for the sellers at this point to play within. So sellers are going to move the price within this range. So if we can kind of like capitalize on a buy position from this, like another confluence you gotta understand now is the new 4-hour approaching in the next 8 minutes. So if I can see a nice bottom wick being formed all the way down to this area, and then from here, if I see a nice engulfing bullish candle printing out, I'm taking it all the way back up again. All the way back up, honestly. But I do want to wait for the next 4-hour to open because it can very easily wick us out. So if you don't want to get wicked out, and if you want to trade logically without emotions, then you have to wait. You have to have patience, right? Have to have patience. Patience is the key when it comes to trading, guys. Patience is the key. But guys, we got 37 people watching and I only see 16 likes. Come on, let's see at least 30 likes. Give us that extra bit of motivation. We're gonna take another trade. This trade is still running in profit. This is free money for you guys. Free money, free of charge. All you can do is drop a like, guys. Give us the extra bit of motivation. And yeah, honestly, another 7 minutes left and I'm looking to execute on another buy position. At the moment, look, if you want to take a sell position, where did the buying momentum kick in from? This is you forming a double bottom all the way down here. Look at this, right? This is very strong. Look at that. From here, buyers took control. Where did the buyers take the price? They took it all the way up to the top side where we formed the daily highs, right? At this point now, we started to form another rejection, very nice rejection. This was our confluences after going from top to down analysis. We was expecting this, right? So we got this, we executed on it. Now again, we want to see wavy price action, something that's sustainable. In order for price to be sustainable, you got to understand this is how price got to move, right? It's got to move in a sustainable way. It's got to form higher highs, higher lows. So look at that. Just like this, right? Up, down, and once we come down to our key area, back up again to retest the highs, and we're gonna take our 1-to-1s out here and let the runner do his thing. So yeah, my runner is about to get stopped out, is about 4 pips away from getting stopped out, and looking to execute on another position here. But yeah, we have to wait for the 4-hour to open. Another 6 minutes left. But look at this rejection, guys. Oh, this rejection is so beautiful. So beautiful. Oh, this is actually the buy zone as well, honestly. But again, we're gonna wait. Patience pays, guys. Patience pays. DA, what is your strategy price action? So guys, my strategy includes a lot of things, right? It's very intense because we trade, even though we take trades on the 1 minute time frame, you gotta understand we're going from like top to down. We're doing a top to down analysis. Let me show you the chart. Look how much stuff we have here. This is literally all the way from monthly down to 1 minute. So it's very intense, but this is why it gives us a lot of confidence. That's why I'm every day I'm taking this and I'll take it as soon as I see my setup. But that's the best thing about it, right? When you are going into the markets with top-down analysis and your analysis are strong and they usually work out, you have a lot of confidence and trading becomes very, very simple and very profitable as well. I can tell you that for a fact. But all you got to do is you got to have some sort of like, you have to limit yourself, right? You got to stick to 1 to 2 hours per day, 1 to 2 trades a day. And you need to have risk management as well, because you have to trade like a professional trader. You can't have a gambling sort of mentality. If you can do that consistently, you can be very profitable. Let's say if you was to make 10% return on investment every month, and the only thing that changes is the capital. You can get even funded up to 400k with Ftmo. Imagine you make 10% every month on 400k. That's $40,000, guys. Like, the potential is there now. All you gotta do is just be serious. Honestly, if you are serious about this, you'll put in all the work. We give this for free. This is free live stream. We show you our MetaTrader 5. We show you literally every single thing. So if you're very dedicated, you'll show up every single day. You'll drop a like on the YouTube live stream. You'll turn the notifications on. You'll be here Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern, and just catch trades with us and also learn at the same time as well. And yeah, eventually you'll become profitable because we are profitable. So yeah, naturally it will happen. Okay, so at this point now we got another 4 minutes left for the new 4-hour to open. At this point now you want to see the 4-hour coming down a little bit, forming a bottom wick. At that point we're looking for those rejections to the top side, and we're going to take it all the way back up. Look at this, right? If this 4-hour can honestly close above this resistance and kind of like start forming a support up above this area, ooh, we're going to see a rocket ship. We're honestly going to see a rocket ship all the way to the top side. Look at the way price is just struggling to even break to the downside. Even though I would want it to come down over here, yeah, I understand my position is right here, so my runner has not been stopped out just yet. But if we can kind of like come down over here, all the way down here, kind of like get a massive rejection from here, form a support above this area, oh, that would be so beautiful. Honestly, if we can form a support above 1790 to 1791, I'm taking this all the way back up, all the way back up. That's what I'm interested in. All the way back up to at least resistance level. At resistance level, obviously, risk management comes in over here because you can start rejecting. You want to secure your positions and make it risk-free and let it just do its thing. Because the key area is all the way up here. You got to keep that in your mind as well, guys. So currently, we're like 68 pips away from the key area. So yeah, the actual move has not... this was not the actual move. This was just the first leg up, so the actual move will come soon eventually. So when can you expect the actual move? Obviously when you have more momentum kicking, when you have more volatility in the market, which comes in with the new 4-hour. And then after the new 4-hour, we're going to expect NYSE to just keep on pushing our price all the way to the top side, right? So yeah, that's why I'm very excited to execute on this position that's coming in the next 2 minutes. And yeah, let's see if we can get something. And yeah, guys, have to wait. Also, guys, another thing, if you do use Insta, you take trades with us, make sure you guys tag us on Insta. We'll repost everything, and you can always ask us questions as well. If you do follow me on Insta, it's d.a_forex. Every single day, literally, we call like 100 pips. Yesterday on a Friday, we call 400 pips. It's insane. We catch hundreds and hundreds of pips literally every day on a live stream. So we have a lot of other exciting stuff coming up as well. We'll be bringing a lot of stuff to these live streams. So yeah, honestly got a really big vision for these live streams. Really passionate about this, and we're going to make it work. But make sure you guys show some love as well. Okay, at this point now, we got another minute left for the new 4-hour open. So now, obviously, we're expecting that bottom wick. If we can form a bottom wick all the way down here, and then from there start pushing up, I'll be a happy man. I'll be a very happy man. I want to up my risk a little bit though on this position. I want to up my risk just a little bit up. Let me just up my risk a little bit, guys. Let's go to magic keys. Let's go to the settings. I'm gonna up my risk on this trade because this will probably be my my last trade, honestly. So I'm gonna up my risk a little bit on this trade, and yeah, let's just see if we can catch this. But now we're gonna have a lot of patience, guys, a lot of patience. We're not going to rush into this. We're going to wait for our confirmation. This is the new 4-hour open at this point now. You want it to push all the way down and form a nice bottom wick. After that, you want to see a nice rejection to the top side. Okay, I'm just going to press open calc. I'm ready to execute on this position now. Okay, look at that. If we can form a nice support above this area, honestly, I'm so interested in taking this up. Let's see how this candle closes first though. I want to see how this one closes, because it can potentially just be pulling back now to start dumping down, right? But it looks very volatile, and the momentum to the top side there's a lot of momentum to the top side. That's the thing. If we can honestly start breaking, look at this point again, logically, where did sellers take control from? The most previous area where sellers took control from was right here. Can we close above this? That's the question we have to ask as traders. Patience pays. If we can see something like this, us closing above this, retesting this area, turning this into a support area, why not take it back up? Our bias is bullish, right? We're just waiting for those pullbacks. But until then, we have to ask these questions and we have to wait for our confirmations. We can't just execute straight away. So if I see something like that, us closing right above this area at this point now, honestly, looking to the left as well, look, is a very strong area. This is where we rejected from previously as well. So if you can see a nice close above this, second candle comes down, it does some sort of retest of this area, start forming some sort of support area around here. So something like this. Honestly, if this candle can come up, kind of like close above, start to form a support here, I'm taking it all the way back up. But we're gonna wait for something like this to play out. So I can manually calculate the risk. Yeah. Let me show you guys. So this is called magic keys, right? You can literally, you have so many different buttons. You can do so many things. I don't think my camera wants to work today, but you can literally do so many things. You can input risk. You can do so much. So at this point now, guys, look at that. This, us having patience just prevented us from taking a loss. That's why when you are trading 1 minute time frame is very intense. You have to wait for those confirmations, those confluences. It's a game of probability. In order for us to say, okay, the probability is on our side now, price needs to close above this, right? Because this was the most recent area, the most previous area where sellers took control from. So if the buyers can start taking control from this point on now, after forming a bot wick, we can say, look, the probability is on our side, the volatility is on our side, the bias is bullish, so that's on our side as well. Everything's on our side. Why not take a nice setup? But until then, we don't have any sort of confirmations, and we just have to sit on our hands and wait for this. But again, our confirmation could be the next minute candle. So yeah, you just have to have patience and wait for this. So by the way, this position that I had running, the runner got stopped up, by the way. So the runner got stopped up, but it was a winning trade. So if you guys took this trade, amazing. We're going to take another trade, same trade, stick to the same bias. For me to take sells right now is a bit tricky, as I said. Maybe below this, if we can start turning this area into a resistance, then I'll look for sells. Until then, I'm just waiting for those pullbacks, and I want to see nice engulfing bullish candles print out, and I'm going to execute on those sells. Okay, last rejection area we had was right here. So these are little clues, right? Like you go approach the markets, you're expecting little clues. You're expecting market to give you those little clues. Can we see something like that forming here again? Another rejection from this area? Can we expect that now? Can we see another rejection from here and a nice engulfing bullish candle, kind of like breaking out of this range? Can we see that? Let's see. Got rejection from there. Price retested this structure at this point now as well and started to form a new low. Okay, where did we form a new low from? And look at that. Or are we going to start clearing this at this point? Let's see. Are we going to reject this or are we going to clear this area? Let's see. Okay. Is this candle going to engulf everything to the left, or are we going to start clearing the range to the downside? Another thing, guys, this is your 4-hour open as well. So the bottom wick can be a little bit bigger. As I said, below this, sells make sense. Until then, this just becomes a pullback. And you're just collecting little clues to build a case, right? And then when the probability is on our side, we're going to execute on this with confidence, honestly. Look at that. Again, rejecting the same area. Look at that. Price did not close below this area, did it? So if you see a nice engulfing candle, kind of like closing all the way back to the top side of the range, that's our first confluence at this point now, because we're respecting this area. Look at that resistance right there as well. If I just show you this, right? Look, price came all the way up to this area and then from here rejected. So let's see if we can start clearing this area now at this point. And then last bit of area that we had was all the way up here, this box, right? If we, ooh, okay, I'm actually getting tempted to take this position now if we start engulfing everything to the left. Ooh, okay. Let's see how this candle opens, honestly. You know what? I'm going to execute on one buy position here, honestly. If we start breaking to the top. Okay. Oh, no, magic keys. Don't do that to me. I want to take a buy position here. 0.8. Oh, magic keys. Don't mess me up. Don't mess me up. Don't mess me up. Don't mess me up. At this point now, I'm going to wait for this candle to obviously close. We have to wait for it to close now. It's gone. It's gone. Otherwise, the stop loss will be too big. So look. At this point, because we formed a new high, what's the most logical thing to do? Because we create this area, if you couldn't take a position all the way down here and have a bigger stop loss at this point now, you have to wait. You have to wait. Confirmation. Next confirmation is if we start breaking above this area, we should be good to go up. But honestly, I really do like a position here though. Really do like a position here. A buy position here, honestly. If we start breaking these highs again, ooh, really do like a buy position here. But let's see. Last area where we rejected from was this area. Did we close above this area? Okay, we just closed literally at that area, right? So you want to see at least a close above this area, at least get that nice last bit of confirmation. In if you missed the entry all the way from down there, you gotta wait for that confirmation now, right? So look, if we start turning this into a support, start breaking all these highs, I'm taking this all the way to the top side. All the way to the top side. Okay, I'm going to take a position here now. I'm taking this all the way to the top side, aiming for the 1-to-1. This is my last trade. I'm going to secure 90% at 1-to-1. And let's see. At this point now, where is the next area where we can potentially reject from? It is all the way up here. So now, if we can expect a pullback from this area, but if we close above this area at this point now, it's a game of probability. The probability will be on our side. So let's see if we can close above this area. Missed my entry, which was all the way down there, but I got entry up here now. So let's see how it plays out. So obviously my entry is literally right here. Stop loss always goes below the structure, aiming for the 1-to-1 at first. So stop loss always goes below the structure. Look at this candle. Wow. Look at this beast, guys. Second trade. Ooh, look at this beast. Wow. Aiming for the 1-to-1 first, right? So now you want to see a nice close above this. Can we start closing above this, or are we going to see a nice rejection from here? If we close above this, that's probability on our side. Aiming for the 1-to-1 first. Going to make it risk-free, secure 90%, and let the rest run. Okay, look, the area price is approaching at this point now. We understand sellers did take control, and they did move the price all the way down to this area from this point, right? So if we can get a nice close above this now, but we do understand that this should just be a pullback area, because you should expect some sort of pullbacks from this area. But if we get a nice close above this, that's more probability on our side. So let's see if we can get more probability on our side now. If we get a nice close above this, we're going to see explosive candle to the top side. Very explosive candle to the top side at this point now. Once we start clearing this, look, we're clearing this area, we're clearing this area. We're building probability, right? But first you want to see this and gets cleared. Until then, if we respect these laws, it becomes a pullback, right? But you do not want to see these laws get violated. At this point now, if I see these laws get violated, I'm going to manage my risk and take some risk off the table, or close the position. So that's the thing. 1 minute time frame, you get so much information. This is like magic if you know how to trade it, right? Because you can manage your position like this. But there we go, guys. At this point now, this becomes your pullback. Where can we get pullback to? This zone. And now if we start clearing these highs, we're flying all the way to our TP, hopefully. Let's see if we can do that. But if we get a nice close above this, the probability goes on our side. That's a very high probability setup, honestly. Very high probability setup. It's loading. Honestly, it's loading. And you gotta understand, with the next 15-minute open, if we can close above this, and then the next 15-minute can open around here somewhere. Look at that. Literally, remember we spoke about, we drew something like this. First, it's gonna break to the top side. Then you're gonna expect some sort of pullbacks. Obviously, it's not going to be very precise, but something like this, right? So you want to see some sort of a pullback now, because we're expecting sustainable price action. Wave, it moves in waves. And then after a nice close above this area, and then the probability goes on our side. Honestly, if we start breaking above this, I'm expecting us to fly all the way to the top side, and our 1-to-1s should get hit. Okay, price is coming back up now. Can we start clearing the highs? Can we start clearing the highs at this point now? We just want to see a little bit more momentum kick in. As soon as we start clearing this, honestly, we're going to fly to the top side. Can we close above this? If we get a nice close above this, ooh, this is gonna fly. Honestly, as soon as we start clearing this area now, let's see if we can get a close above this area at this point now. And then probability goes on our side. Let's change the color to green. It's a game of probability. Understand that, guys. Game of probability. Either this becomes a rejection area, or we're going to close above this and fly all the way to the top side. Our position will be obviously below this area, and we're going to catch many pips to the top side. Okay, this is the second attempt at this point now to break to the top side. Can we do it? Can we break to the top side? Either we're going to clear this and we're going to see a massive engulfing bullish candle, like 10 pip candle. This candle is going to print all the way up to at least like 92, or we're going to see some sort of a pullback candle. So let's see what we're going to see now. Yeah, see, we're going to see a pullback candle, but this is also forming a bottom wick at this point now. So you want this to be a bottom wick and push all the way to the top side. But again, you want to look to manage risk. Look to manage risk. You don't want to see this candle engulf everything to the left. Again, if it does push down, you want to see, where did buyers take control from? It was this area, right? Now at this point now, you want to see this candle start to reject from this point on and start to push all the way back up. This is sustainable price action. You have a very nice bottom wick, but you don't want to see price starting to form lower lows and lower highs below this area. But let's say now, if sellers take control below this area, you're looking to manage risk. Until then, I'm not touching this trade. This is a very nice trade. It's going to fly to the top side. It's going to fly to the top side. This is just gold being volatile. That's what gold is. Gold's a very volatile creature. But if I see some sort of lower lows and lower highs being formed below this area, so usually you can understand, right? If sellers take control over here, they drive the price all the way down to this area. So at that point, logically thinking, I want to manage my risk. Until then, I don't want to touch this trade, and I want to let it do its thing. But yeah, always want to look to manage risk though. Always want to look to manage risk. Always. Let's see how it plays out. Second trade of the day. Can we see the TP being hit? No, listen to DA. What did someone say? No, don't listen to me. This is me just telling you what I'm looking for. I'm not giving you guys advice, by the way. Listen to DA. Don't listen to me. This is not financial advice. This is not financial advice. You guys are your own traders. You guys are managing your own risk. This is me kind of like telling you how I'm going on about my trading. And I'm very disciplined. So let's say if it was to stop me out now, I'll probably call it a day. and or wait for it to kind of like give me another better opportunity. So at this point now, look, this area should become that turning point area. You should not close below this. If you get close below this, I'm taking this position out. Until then, as I said, gold is a volatile beast. This is a pullback. So this does not concern me, but you do not want to see a close below this area where the buyers to control from. This is where you created that leg up from this point on here. So you don't want to see a close below this. If you see a close below this, this turns into some sort of resistance. I'm taking out this position. Managing risk. Very, very small stop loss, right? That's how trading works. Until then, gold is a very volatile beast. I'm going to let it do its thing, honestly. Because this candle can literally now retesting this, kind of like forming a double bottom here, like start pushing all the way to the top side. This could also be another good position if you see some more confirmation to the top side. Another nice position. But again, if we start to break this now, start closing below this, I'm taking on my position, right? You want to manage your risk. Always want to keep your losses very tiny. So when you get those winners, your losses get wiped out literally like this. That's what trading is about. You cannot prevent losses, but you can always manage your risk. Always, always, always. At this point now, look, we understand that this is where usually buyers take control from. So you want to see massive, massive bullish candles start to print out from here. You don't want to see a close below this area. We haven't seen a close below this area. Literally, the next candle just engulf. If this candle starts to engulf everything, this becomes a fake out candle pretty much. So let's see what happens. This one should fly straight back up now, and it should go straight to our TP, honestly. That's what I'm expecting. I don't want to see any more bearish candles. At this point, guys, if it breaks these lows, I'll take out this position. This is the pullback done. Double bottom has been formed. Now we should just see a nice move to the top side. I don't want to see any more moves to the downside. I don't want to see any more candles to the downside. I don't want to see this area breaking. If this area breaks, I will take out my position. But until then, as I said, gold is a volatile beast. You need to give it room to breathe. You need to give it more space to breathe, and you need to let it do its thing. But again, playing a game of probability, if we start violating this, or violating the structure, is coming all the way down to the next structure, right? And I want to keep my loss very small, so I'll take it out if it starts breaking these lows. But until then, we are good to go. So let's see what happens now. Just gotta let it play out. This area here, honestly, should hold. This should be the double bottom area. Another 1 minute left, and with the next minute open, we should see some sort of momentum to the top side. Again, this area is very strong, so you are expecting something like this, right? So let's see what happens now. Next minute left, with the next minute open, we should see a very explosive candle. Very explosive candle. If we can start honestly chilling above this area, start turning this into a support area, a nice candle open. If you can close above this and a nice candle opens here, with the next 15-minute open, you're going to see a massive engulfing bullish candle to the top side. And it's going to take, this is it, the next 15-minute open. At this point now, if we can start turning this area into support, we're going all the way to the top side. Or it's going to wick us out. Let's see what happens. If it wicks us out, I'm going to call it a day, honestly. Manage my risk, because this should not break the lows at this point. If we are going up, they should not break the lows. It should form a bottom wick, but it should not break the lows. At this point, honestly, it should respect 1790, and then from there we should see a nice engulfing bullish candle. That's what I'm expecting. Massive engulfing bullish candle now. But if we do start to violate these lows, I'm going to take out this position and manage my risk, because they can very well start pushing down. It's gold for you. So you want to always look to manage your risk. Okay, this is a decent bottom wick at this point now. How much of a bottom wick this is? Okay, we have about 8 pips, 9 pips. Let's see if we can start respecting this support, and from here, massive rejections to the top side. This is where I want to see massive rejections from, and now I want to see this start to break its own highs and push all the way to the top side. But if it breaks these lows, I'm going to take out this position, because it has no business breaking these lows if it's going to push up, right? That's the thing. So now I want this next candle to engulf everything to the left. Start pushing all the way to the top side. Come on, gold, give us that momentum. Give us some momentum. Give us some momentum. This is the candle. This is the candle. I think this is the candle. What do you think, Ange? Is this going to engulf everything to the left? Straight to the TP. Either that or this one's going to wick us out. Either way, we're going to find out. This one's going to either wick us out. Oh, it's going to wick us out. Or is it going to go up? Don't break. Don't break. Don't break. Okay, guys, at this point now, look, even though I'll wait for this to close, I'm going to manage my risk here. Even though this can just be a pullback, because look at this candle all the way to the top side. That's why I thought all the way to the top side. But again, manage risk. Manage risk. Oh gosh, it wicked me out. Oh no, it wicked me out. Look at this. I told you guys, if it's
Fine.
as long as it doesn't close below this, we're good to go. Look at this candle, man.
Oh,
Oh, it wicked me out, guys. It wicked me out. No, look at this.
look at
14
it.
pips. 14 pips. 14
I
pips.
know.
Oh man. Oh man. No way.
Fine.
Oh, guys, it wicked me out on a big level. I got wicked out, guys. But if you guys are in this trade and you didn't get wicked out, well done. But I got wicked
Well
out.
done,
See, I
guys.
called it as well. I called it. It's gonna come retest these lows, and from there, explosive move to the top side. But yeah, guys, if you guys took this trade again, drop a W in the YouTube comments. Again, second winning trade now. But yeah, oh, I got wicked out. I got wicked out. I
It's
got
all
wicked out.
good.
Yeah, it's part of the game, guys. It's honestly part of the game, getting wicked up. That's one thing about gold, right? If your stop losses are very tight, you can very easily get wicked up. But I told you, if we respect this area and we don't break this, we're going all the way to the top side. Smartest thing I could have done was kind of like move my stop loss down a little bit more, just below this structure here, because I do understand with the 15 minute, it's going to be very explosive, right? But it is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. It happens. It happens. It happens. What a nice setup this was, though.
It was really good. Yeah.
Very nice. It literally played out to the T, but I want to be extra careful, right? Oh, this was a very nice setup, though. Very nice setup, honestly.
I only use 0.5% for that scaling, so I'm
Oh
good.
no, honestly, I wanted to go in with more than 1% risk because this is gonna fly all the way to the top side now, all the way to the top side, all the way to the top
That
side.
was
Oh, look at this
nice.
support being formed above it. Oh no, this was such a beautiful trade. Oh, look
Turn
at
off
this.
your magic keys. This
It
is
literally
dangerous.
wicked me out by not even 2 pips, 1 pip. Oh,
Yeah, me too.
gold. Gold. Why you gotta do me like that, man? Look at this. But again, guys, winning trade, winning setup. We just go wicked out. Watch this explode all the way to the top side now. Just watch this. This is gonna explode all the way to the top side. This candle is gonna engulf everything to the left. Your 4-hour bottom wick is done. This is going all the way to the top side of
This
the
is
resistance.
yeah.
Oh, gold. Why you gotta do me like that, man? Why you gotta do me like that? But guys, if you took this trade, honestly, let us know. Are you guys still in this trade or did you get wicked out as well? No, what's your gold spread? Yeah, that's the thing, right? Because I have spreads, so spreads do wick you out as well. That's the thing. Because it was very close to my stop loss, and then the spreads just stopped me out. But oh, look at this, guys. Look at this trade, though. I told you, as long as we don't close below this, this is gonna fly all the way to the top side. This is gonna go, oh, jeez, man.
It's beautiful.
Oh,
I
guys, if
turned
you
off my magic keys.
honestly, if you guys did survive this trade, I'm jealous. But guys, we're very disciplined. Look at that. We took 2 trades. Actually, we took 3 trades. First was just a little impulsive entry.
Yeah.
I don't consider. But look at this, both winning trades. Oh, there we go. If you guys, honestly, yeah, if you guys survived and I got wicked out, I'm super jealous. I'm super jealous because I had so much confidence in this setup. Oh,
Let's see
gosh.
what peeps are doing right now.
Yeah, this is gonna fly now, honestly. Let's see if we can maybe see some sort of a pullback and then after that push up. Let's see what happens. Oh, jeez.
Well done, guys.
Well done, guys. Again, a winning day, but we're just
Whoever
gonna.
had like a wider stop loss, that was super tight though. That's like way below our usual. Did you know that?
Do you know where it was? Yeah,
18.
I know. Usually, I would have a stop loss a little bit bigger, but I was like, you know what? If you start to
Yeah.
respect this, right? Like, where's the most logical area we're gonna form a bottom wick? I was like, okay, just
Yeah.
literally to this level. I thought the rejections were gonna be literally, hey, you know what I done wrong was I should have put my stop loss at least like 5-6 pips below the structure. That's why I got wicked out. But yeah, oh, this is gonna fly to the top side. But guys, look, we're all about being disciplined. We took our 2 trades. Second trade just got wicked out, but let's see if our TP do get hit though. So if you guys are in this trade and you didn't get wicked out like me, guess what? This is a second winning trade for you. Make sure you guys drop a like on the YouTube live stream. Because look at this. Oh, I'm
The
burning right now.
imaginary 1-to-1 is hit.
Yeah, I'm burning right now, I swear. How can I get wicked out like that? Gold,
It does
gold.
happen.
I know, gold done me dirty today. First trade, so beautiful. Second was so beautiful as well, but just got wicked out. But honestly, from here now, this is gonna fly all the way to the moon. So if you guys got this position, you're probably gonna see 100 pips to the top side, and I'm gonna miss out on those 100 pips today. Well, you know what? That's what being a professional trader is about. You have to be very disciplined, right? So yeah, no biggie, no
Magic
biggie.
Keys is going to its resting place.
Yeah, even I've closed my magic keys. I'm not looking to execute on another trade. But guys, let's just see if our one-to-ones do get hit over here, and that should be a winning trade for you guys. Let us know in the YouTube live stream. By the way, did you guys get wicked out as well? Just continue with your analysis. I'm still in the game.
Beautiful.
Oh,
Still in
just
the game.
okay, okay. Let me tell you this. This will be a winning trade. This I'm burning right now because this was such a high probability setup. You guys are probably gonna see like 100 pips to the top side. Uh, what's your gold spreads? I think my gold spreads are like 2-3 pips. That's why I go Victor. No way. You know what the funny thing is, right? I've seen this happen a million times, and I should have been better, man. But you know what, guys? You learn from your mistakes, right? Something like this, I'll definitely not repeat this tomorrow. But another thing now, NYSE is approaching in the next 8 minutes. So if you are in this trade after the bottom wick has been formed,
Yeah.
you are very lucky, very lucky. This is an amazing position, guys. Well done to you guys. Well done if you guys took this trade. This should fly straight to your TP now. Literally just have to let it do its thing now. Look at that. Look at this. This is such a beautiful trade, honestly. Such a beautiful trade. NYSE is literally imagine being in this setup before NYSE, and NYSE is gonna push it all the way up. I'm so tempted, but I'm very disciplined, so I'm not gonna execute on this.
Yeah.
Wow.
No
Are you
more.
still up? DA, are you in still up? No, I'm not in this trade. I got wicked out literally by 1 or 2 pips. Very silly. Very silly. I can show you guys my MetaTrader 5.
It
Hold up.
wasn't even a pip for me. It was like half a pip.
You know what? Let me even show you guys the history just to make you guys laugh. Look at that. So this was the trade, right? Taken. Look at this. 2 trades taken. First was a winning trade, and then obviously got wicked out. And then look at this trade. Look how he wicked me out. Look how he just wicked me out and went straight up. This is so sad. Can you guys see this? How he just wicked me out literally by 1 pip. By 1 pip. This is my life, I swear to God. I knew this was gonna happen, but I just thought this is gonna respect this area, right? I thought it is gonna literally respect this and not break the lows. Man, I should have put my stop loss below the previous structure. This is sad. This is sad. This is sad. Could have honestly, if I didn't get wicked out here, I was honestly gonna take another position here, but it is what it is because I took a loss here. It is what it is. Winning trade, but I took a loss, right? Because of me keeping my stop loss very tight. But it gets like that. It gets like that. It gets like that. Feel like taking profit now. I mean, wherever you guys are comfortable, take your profits. But this is going to go straight to your one-to-one. All you have to do now is wait for another 6 minutes with the NYSE open. You're probably going to see 100 pips to the top side. First trade was a winner. Second trade, you guys should be in profits. Honestly, if you caught this all the way from down here, your one-to-ones have been hit. This was like probably a late entry, honestly, if you caught it all the way up here. But honestly, guys, again, second winning trade, guarantee you guys, with a very intense breakdown as well. So that's the magic. That's the best thing about trading the 1 minute time frame, because you're getting information every single minute. It gets very intense, but if you know how to read it, right, you can literally have a very high probability of winning. Like yesterday when we took 2 trades, both were winners. Today should have been the same thing if I didn't get wicked out. But it is what it is, guys. It's part of the game. It's part of the game. NYSE, why it isn't in 1 hour and 5? No, NYSE open is in next 5 minutes. Next 5 minutes, you're going to get the New York Stock Exchange open, and then you're going to get very volatile candles printing out and probably give you your one-to-one. And then after that, honestly, guys, at one-to-one, you know what? This is not financial advice, but this is what I would have done. If I secured profits from my first trade, right? Second trade, rather than securing 90% at one-to-one, I would have probably secured about 60%, because this has potential to fly all the way up to at least like 17.98. So you can probably make a lot of money on this trade if you took this trade with us. A lot of money, probably a lot of money, yeah. If you probably just secure about 60% at one-to-one and then make it risk-free and just let it run. Because with the NYSE, you're expecting volatility to just push the price up. I'm so jealous, man. I wanted to be in this trade as well. I'm so jealous. So jealous. Guys, did you get wicked out as well? Or are you guys still in this trade?
I got wicked out.
It's okay. It is what it is, right? Part of the game.
By half a pip.
Greetings from Kosovo, bro. Hey, I got love for my people from Kosovo and Albania. I got a lot of friends. Greetings, greetings, greetings. America didn't change the clock 2 days ago. So our time actually changed in the UK. So half one was not NYSE open. Half two used to be NYSE open. But because of the time change now, the half one becomes your NYSE open. The 12 o'clock becomes your NY open. Okay, guys, this might be flying straight to your TP now. Straight to your TP. Straight to your TP now. Greetings from Dubai. Hey, greetings, greetings, wherever you guys from. Greetings. First trade, winner. Second trade, let's see if the TP gets hit. Oh, but I feel like this is gonna honestly fly straight to the TP. And then at TP, you guys best secure your positions, make it risk-free, and then after, literally just let it run. Because you gotta understand, right? It hasn't even broken out of the consolidation. We are taking winning trades, you know, in the middle of the range, the consolidation. So imagine you haven't even gotten the actual move yet. So you're securing your profits before even seeing the actual move. Imagine how much money your runner is gonna make you. That's why minute time frame is so insane. If you can master this, you're literally trading within the consolidation and securing your profits. So you're the 10%, because all the retail traders are gonna wait for this to break, and that's when they're gonna jump in. And you know what's that gonna give you? That's gonna give you liquidity, and that's gonna push your price up even more. So that's the best thing about it. Okay, another 2 minutes left for the NYSE to open. We're starting to consolidate around this area. So let's see if we can start turning this into support. One massive engulfing bullish candle straight to the TP. Straight to the TP. It's 9:27 a.m. here in America, Eastern time. So yeah, basically 8 o'clock Eastern time is when you get your NY open, right? So yeah. And then I think 9:30, that's when you get your NYSE open. So another 3 minutes, you're going to get your NYSE open. So you guys can understand, when are you going to see the next push? When you get more volatility in the market, which will kick in when the NYSE move obviously comes in, right? Which is in next 2 minutes. So let's see what happens in the next 2 minutes. If the TP gets hit, guys, if this TP gets hit now on the second trade, I want everyone to start spamming www in the YouTube chat, right? So let's see. Because at the end of the day, the trade is a winner. We just got wicked out. So it's not actually a losing trade. We just got wicked out. That's part of the game. It happens, right? It was silliness on my end to keep a stop loss very tight. But at the end of the day, if I didn't get wicked out, I was going to add another position here anyway. So it is what it is. It is what it is.
I was ready to add as well, actually.
I know. I had so much confidence in this setup as well. Yeah. It is what it is. It's all about managing risk. Another minute left. NYSE is probably going to push this all the way to your TP now. But again, stop loss should be below this now. So make sure no one's getting wicked out. Stop loss should be below this, because they might want to do a pullback, right? Because it's the new 30-minute open as well. When the volatility meets the resistance, as well as NYSE open, where you're getting your volatility from, and it's got a form of bond wick, the bond wick can be very explosive. So make sure you guys have like bigger stop losses, right? Just to give it more room to breathe. You don't want to repeat the same mistake that I did, right? So learn from my mistake and have some sort of a bigger stop loss, obviously below the structure, because you have a lot of room, you have a lot of space. There we go. This is the NYSE open. Are we going to see a bond wick being formed and a massive break to the top side? And it's going to flash straight to the TP if we see a break to the top side now. Let's see, can we see that? There we go. Look at this candle, guys. This candle is going to flash straight to the TP now. As soon as it hits the TP, I want to see everyone screaming www in the YouTube live stream. Everyone needs to say www in the YouTube live stream if you break out of this and go straight to the TP. This is NYSE volatility kicking in at this point now. Your 1-2-1s are right here. You got to understand one thing. If you start closing above this area, right? So you got to understand, where is the last bit of a rejection? You can get a rejection from this area right here. But if you clear this area right here, make your trades risk-free. I would make my trade risk-free. After this, you're expecting those rejections, right? But once this area is cleared, the next rejection is after your 1-2-1 gets hit. So logically thinking, once you clear this area, until then you're expecting pullbacks. But once you clear this area, you're not expecting any more rejections, and you're looking to make this trade very much risk-free. But again, guys, this is NYSE, the volatility is there. This is when you should get the move either to the top side or the downside. Always look to manage your risk as well. Let's look at the MetaTrader 5 so we can see some sort of back candles, because on TradingView is just bugging out. Okay, let's see now. Cool. I can see my MetaTrader 5 as well. Everything looks very nice. Look at this panel. We have the bond wick. Let me show you the 30-minute candle. This is going to break to the top side now and give you the TP at this point, honestly. Look at this. You have the bottom wick at this point in the 30 minutes candle now. It had to come down, as I said, right? It had to come down, right? It had to come down. But again, guys, you want to see if where did the sellers take control from recently? If you start to close below this, start turning this into resistance, look to manage your risk. Look to manage your risk. But if you got position from all the way down here, honestly, you should be good, right? Because your 1-to-1s are here. And if your 1-to-1s are here and your stop loss is open, at that point, just let it run because you're getting stopped out at break even. But look to manage risk if you start closing below this. But again, wait for the close because it is potentially forming that bottom wick, right? But if it starts breaking below this, you want to look to manage risk. So from here, you want to see price just push all the way to the top side, potentially. But if it starts closing below this, at that point, you're looking to manage risk. Until then, just let it do its thing. It's NYSE. There will be volatility. But again, is gold. Gold's a volatile beast. You've had one winning trade. Look to manage your risk. But this area should really, really hold as a buying sort of area, right? This is when usually buyers take control from. So if you do start closing below this with NYSE, you can get some sort of a deeper bottom wick starting to violate all of the lows. So you do want to manage your risk, right? Always look to manage your risk. Let me show you my charts as well. Look, this is the area now. You want to see this area gets respected. Massive rejections over here now. Massive rejections. If you get close below this is the first time you're getting close below this support area. At that point, the probability is not on your side. Until then, what happened was literally, if you don't look, we didn't close below this still, and this candle needs to engulf the previous candle now. But if you start breaking below this, manage your risk, manage your risk, manage your risk. Until then is a very nice trade. This candle should engulf everything to the left now. Start pushing all the way to the top side. Let's see if we can start breaking all highs now. Oh, I want to execute on a buy position right now, you know. No, I'm not gonna do it. But look, at this point now, if you see a nice engulfing bullish candle, that's your first confirmation. But until then, you have to wait. This area is still being respected. This is your pullback because of NYSE. Oh, I want to execute on a buy position right here, you know. This is it. This is going to fly straight to the TP for you guys now. This is your pullback done at this point. Look, stop losses should be below this candle at this point once you get this candle closing as an engulfing bullish candle. So once you get close above this area, guess what, the probability is on your side again, because this is where usually sellers, this is the most recent area where sellers to control from, right? So if you can get close above this, the probability is on your side. But if you're getting close below this and breaking this, manage your positions. Below this, manage your positions. Until then, if you start breaking above this, you're good to go up. This is your pullback, this is your retest, and this should start breaking the highest and go straight to the top side. So if you get a nice close above 1790, you're good to go up. Until then, manage your positions. Don't be holding this position. Yeah, us challenges November, what's everyone saying? I'm afraid it will reverse. You can't be afraid. If you're managing your risk, you can't be afraid, guys. As long as you're not over risking, this should not scare you. Losing is part of the game. Look, I lost, but I didn't lose a lot of money, and I'm not taking any more trades. I'm being disciplined. So this is a very high probability setup. If it scares you, don't execute on it. I'm over here, I'm not giving you guys trades right now. I'm not telling you to take this or not take this. I'm just telling you what is a high probability setup and what's not a high probability setup. As I said, look, if it doesn't close back above this now, look, at the end of the day, this is not my trade anymore, right? Because I'm being taken out. I'm just telling you, it looks good. If you get a nice close above this, the probability is on buying side. If you start breaking below this, the probability is on selling side. At the moment, the probability is on neither side, right? But buyers look really good. You're starting to get the pullbacks from the area you are expecting a pullback from, right? So that's one confluence that you have. But at this point now, you want to see buyers take control. Or if you start to break below this, you're just letting it go. It's as simple as that. Just manage your positions. We're not taking any more positions anyway. If we do start breaking below this, I'm going to end the stream. But until then, I think this is going to fly straight to the TP. But let's see what happens. If we start breaking below this, at that point, this trade becomes irrelevant. But this should be, this should be the area where you should see some sort of reversal from, right? Straight up to the top side of the range. So if you get a nice close above 1790, you should have probability on your side, because this was the most recent area where sellers took control from, right? So if you can see a nice close above this area, the probability is on your side. Let's see if this candle can start breaking all highs, and at that point start pushing all the way to the top side. Okay guys, at this point now, this is it. This trade is invalid. It's probably gonna go down, do a deeper retest, and yeah, at this point this trade becomes invalid. And so make sure you guys are not in this trade. So yeah, one losing trade, one winning trade, good for the day. as long as you managed your positions, you should be in profits for the day, because when you're losing less. When you're winning more. So that's how it works, right? So literally, position was up more than like, I think it was up how many pips at one point, and like 28, 29 pips, right? And with this one, the stop loss was, I think, less than 20 pips. So this should be a winning day for you guys. We'll be back tomorrow again. Be a disciplined trader. We haven't even broken out of the range. You've taken
Yeah.
2 trades, especially if you took this second trade all the way from down here. If you was listening to what I was saying, this should have been a winning trade for you anyway. Like, the position I had was a very late entry. Yeah, this should have been a risk-free trade for you, or a winning trade actually. So the position I had was very late, right? But this was an amazing trade again. Anyway, guys, hope you guys had some fun today. We'll be back again tomorrow, and we'll be executing on some more positions. Hopefully see 100 pips to the top side tomorrow. And this, until, and another thing, if you are looking to execute here, until you start to break these lows, this is just becomes a pullback, a little bit of a deeper pullback because of NYSE open. And yeah, that's it really. So catch up with you guys tomorrow. Hopefully you guys have an amazing day, and